Hello students! So in this little mini lesson we're going to talk about the procedures for solving two-step equations, and we're going to give you a little example. So when we're solving two-step equations, we want to make sure that we use inverse operations in a very specific order. First, what we want to do is we want to cancel the subtraction and addition. The next thing that we want to do is we want to get the multiplying and dividing part to cancel. So we're going to look at the example here, negative 11 minus 2x equals 17. And so first off, we're going to just kind of break down a little bit of vocabulary, because some of you may be looking at these two words that are written right here. Okay, so we're going to just do a little bit of breakdown for vocabulary. So first off, an equation. An equation is a sentence that pretty much shows that two expressions are equal to each other. So here you have this expression on the left side of the equal sign and an expression on the right side of the equal sign. So you have two expressions that are equal. In other words, the value of this expression on the left side should be the same as the value of the expression on the right side. So that's an equation. So the expression on the left side has two terms. And for those who may not have already known this, terms are pretty much parts that are separated by a plus or minus sign. So again, in this case, your two terms on the left side of the equal sign are negative 11 and negative 2x. Okay. So again, terms are parts of an expression that are separated by a plus or minus sign. Alright, so those are two terms. So the term negative 11, that is what we call a constant term. So in this case, negative 11 is a constant. And so again, what we were saying here, that the first step is to cancel out the subtraction and addition, and I have the word constant written here. A constant is a number written without a variable. Variable. There we go. Number written without a variable. Okay. So again, negative 11 is our constant term. Okay. Our coefficient here, and I believe most of us should know this vocabulary, but again, if not, that's alright, but it should be a refresher, a reminder of this vocabulary for you. Our coefficient here is negative 2. Remember that a coefficient is a number that is written with a variable. written right beside with okay. All right. So again, in this case, -2 is the coefficient here, -2x. All right. So again, and so for those who were noticing those two words written there, again, the last step in a two-step equation is getting the multiplication or dividing to cancel out, and that's dealing with our coefficient. So again, we're going to go ahead on and look at solving this equation. Again, there's only two steps to it. The first step involves the constant, and the second step involves our coefficient. All right. -11 minus 2x equals 17. So in one of the previous videos that I made, I noted that you can kind of switch the order of an equation, and for this one we're going to rewrite it. Not that it has to be rewritten, but this is the same equation because it can be solved without rewriting it, but we'll just rewrite it here. It's the same equation as -2x minus 11 equals 17. So again, our first step here is going to involve canceling out the adding and the subtracting, and again it's going to be the step that involves our constant. So remember, our constant term here, the term that's written without any variable, is -11. We want to get that to cancel out. So since that is subtracting 11, inverse operation here will be adding 11. So we add 11 to both sides of the equal sign. Okay? So we get that 11 to cancel out. Our constant has been canceled out. Now we're left with -2x equals 17 plus 11. 17 plus 11 is 18. Sorry, 28. Sorry. So again, 17 plus 11 is 28. I thought the right thing but said the wrong thing. Alright, so now we're left with our coefficient here. And again, that last step is canceling out the multiplying and the dividing. Well, when we have our coefficient, which is -2 in this case, that is -2 multiplied times x. So again, our last step involves our coefficient, that -2. And so again, the operation here is multiplying, and we're going to have to use our inverse operation, which is dividing. So we're going to divide by -2. On both sides of the equal sign. So when we divide by -2 here, we're left with just x. And so we get here that x equals 28 divided by -2. And 28 divided by -2 is -14. And so again, -14 is the only value here of x that will make this equation true. That will make both expressions here, this expression on the left side, equal to the expression on the right side. So I do hope that this video was helpful to you all. I hope that you got something out of it. Again, it's a review, and so I do hope that this has refreshed your memory of solving two-step equations. All right.